and you didn't fall through. Now you hit yourself, you can look at me, look at me. You made me. Look at me.
Good morning, babies. What's up, fat boy? What's up with my fat boy? Hey, drop your toy. Go ahead, go use the bathroom. Go on, go, 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 go. Damn, it blew the
all off.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's super windy out here. Aaron wakes up and is already working.
Man.
Good morning.
Good morning. Didn't want this to like pull the rest of it off. Come on. Frisbee down again.
Sorry, neighbors. What up? What's good with y'all? Today, me and White Aaron are about to go dyno our LS3 350Zs. This is gonna be his first dyno session, and this is kind of my second dyno session. So I'm not really too concerned with how much it's gonna make, but I do want to get this thing checked and retuned and everything since it's all broken in. So got the car sitting here warming up. So once this thing is warm, we're about to be heading out. So yeah, let's get into today. What you doing? Feeding the animals? Mm-hmm. Move it like over here or something. this once and for all. Who's faster, me or Aaron? LS3, but his car is hella light. That thing is fast. I'm only ahead of him by like maybe a car or so. Alright, so as of right now, we're probably about, I want to say 20 minutes out from the dyno. So we should be there shortly. My man's behind me back there. Looking clean with his new kit. God, I need to get my car aligned hella bad. My alignment's like off pretty wildness. After this dyno, I'm gonna set up an appointment to get this thing aligned. Oh shit, boys! Dyno! Alright, so here we go. We here, man. We're gonna let Aaron dyno first. Literally just got here. Haven't even turned the car off. Man, I don't know if my car's slow or if Aaron's little LS3 tin can is quick. Power to weight. This little thing is mobbing.
Yeah, she was getting it for sure. I was kind of impressed too.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Here we go. Time for you to blow up.
Man, don't put that out there.
I love fucking with Aaron. He be so paranoid.
Man, I'm fucking already paranoid.
This is Aaron's very first dyno.
Yep.
Never been on the rollers before, so this feels like nervous.
What's up, brother?
What's up, my boy, man?
How's it going?
What's good?
You ready or what, Aaron?
Man, I'm as ready as I'm gonna be, right?
Why don't you pop the hood? We'll have a look.
He said 500, man.
500 stock?
All stock.
Alright, I guess I'll be playing with the correction factor today, huh? So one of the things that you're going to want to address is you have both valve covers capped, so you're going to want to put a fresh air inlet into the PCV.
Okay.
So you see how that's capped?
Yeah.
And that's capped?
Yeah.
And then here you have it coming from your valley and your manifold, so that's going to put a lot of oil into your manifold in time.
Right.
It's not going to affect what we're doing today. But with what you're doing, higher RPM stuff, without a fresh air inlet and a working PCV system, you're going to get oil into the manifold, and then it could ping.
Okay.
Because oils doesn't have a lot of octane, obviously.
Yeah. Changes the air-fuel ratio.
Not so much that it changes the air-fuel ratio, but if you get like 50 octane, which is what oil is, something like that, and you have 91, it's more prone to knock. You know, it was one of those that I took it there, and I was able to survive a full day of drifting, and then bring it home. So right now, when I'm cruising, right around like, I don't know, between like 2,000 and 3,000 RPMs, if I leave it like in 6th gear and just cruise, it kind of feels like it like wants to stutter a little bit. So maybe that's something we can look at, but besides that. Yeah, I mean, we could set up the dyno. I could hold it at like 25, 2,800 and we'll see. Yeah. One of the things that, I know me and Mike talked about it, was the map placement. Oh. It's pretty close to the throttle body. Right. And so on this car, I set it up.
Right over our head.
Airport's about a mile away. So what happens is at 2,500 RPMs, it goes to like map mode, high speed mode. Oh. So that might be what's happening, is that as you transition from a blended mode to a map mode, I might be picking up
both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Typically, how I like to do these is I like to put the mouth near the air filter.
Okay.
Because the air filter actually acts like a straightener, so it'll straighten the air as it goes in.
Right.
And then if you think about it, the blade's opening like this, and that's causing a little bit of turbulence right here. So you got limited real estate, so you got to work with what you have.
Totally.
Yeah.
Aaron's little baby scenes aren't big boy friendly. All right, so what this is right here is telling you if your shit blow up,
he's like, hey, wash my hands off it.
Jason, when my car go on the dyno, I ain't signing this shit. Jay's getting ready to do a bass pull. We're gonna see get a baseline of this thing, see what it makes now versus before he gets ready to start tuning. And just a heads up, y'all see my boy Aaron is vlogging right here. So if y'all want to see the final numbers and everything on his car, make sure you just go check out his channel. I'm not gonna post his numbers on my channel. I am gonna get a couple of pulls, but if you guys want to see the full detail, what it made and everything before and after, you make sure you go check my boy out, man. Go drop him a like, a follow, all that. Good comparison. If you guys watch both videos, you'll see what a bone stock LS3 makes versus a built Texas Speed LS3. Should be an interesting comparison. This thing is literally completely stock with nothing but headers and exhaust. So definitely gonna be a pretty good comparison between the two. All right, so you're ready to pull Aaron's car with the dyno. He had a little mishap, but check this out. Look at that porcelain. Moves up and down. Plus the plug didn't have like no gap, so he had like a little misfire in this cylinder. So about to swap plugs, and then we're gonna get him back on the dyno. But right now we're about to pull my car in, get my car tuned real quick, and then once Aaron's done, he's gonna go back on. A little mishap.
It's all good. Things happen. If that's the most.
It's been like that though. Not bad. It made cool power for the bass.
Yep.
What a bad plug.
I think it might be a bad couple plugs.
A bad couple plugs.
Probably.
We gotta push the bucket.
Oh really? That's how it is? Hey, did you move my seat? No, I'm playing. It doesn't move.
Yo, this thing is mad wide. It like barely fit. We got like maybe an inch on both sides. Wide girl.
I can't even get away from it even on a day I try to not do this.
How many you got done so far?
2.
And you said you'd be done in 30 minutes.
The car yesterday. All up.
Oh, my car?
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good. It happens.
How things looking to you?
Okay, so far I'm going to just run this as it was and see how it does.
500, man.
Yeah, I just turned off the codes. You had a couple codes for the rear O2s, for evap and fuel level sensor, so I got all those off. But I'm not even gonna flash it. I'm just gonna run it as it is, and then we'll go from there.
It's all good.
See what it makes.
All right, so getting ready to do the bass blow right now. One thing I'm hoping is, I hope this thing does not brick the mic. So once we do this base pull, we're gonna probably take a listen to see how this thing sounds. And if the mic breaks, then we're gonna be switching over to the iPhone to hopefully get a little better sound quality for you guys. But here we go, base pull. What happened?
It felt like the clutch was almost slipping.
Brand new clutch.
I know, that's why. Might be why it's slipping.
Alright, so Whipple just found out something very, very interesting, but let me show y'all this real quick. So first pull right there, 455 with 451 foot-pounds of torque. So you guys remember when and that was untouched baseline right now. And remember when we first tuned this car, it made 496, and then when I downsized my intake pipe to 3.5 to get it outside of the engine bay, I actually lost power and went to it was like 475 or something like that. So he did say that there's a few things that he noticed that he's gonna clean up and correct. He said it's a little on the ridge side, but he's like, he's gonna lean it out a little bit, mess with it. We're gonna see. We're gonna do a baseline and see exactly what he cleans it up and makes to see if he can squeeze more power out of it. But I really think the restriction point on this car is probably my 3-inch intake. Factory LS3s come with 4-inch intakes. I downsized to a 3.5. I also have ported heads and a big camo here, so I'm probably just at a brick wall on what this intake is allowing. I think he said right now my intake is allowing like 94, and he'd personally like to see it at 99, so there's definitely a restriction at the intake. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna tune it like this, see what it makes, and then I'm probably gonna take the intake off of Aaron's car and throw it on here to get another ballpark to see if we actually made more power just by swapping from the 3.5-inch intake to the full 4-inch intake. So it's gonna be a good comparison. We'll see right now on if this intake size is really gonna matter on this motor, and if it does, then I need to have Janky probably make me a custom 4-inch intake that comes out of the engine bay. That way I'm not sucking in hot air, because the point of me doing the 3.5-inch was that way I could get ambient air temps versus pulling air from the engine bay, because my air intake temps were hella hot, and that's why I did this setup. But I'm pretty sure now that I don't have the AC condenser in here, I can cut more of this out and fit a full 4-inch. So we might end up doing that. I think that's gonna end up being the game plan, but we'll see if it really matters once he gets to tuning this thing. But as of right now, 455. I had a feeling this car felt slower, but now physically seeing it is slower is definitely a relief for me to know, like, all right, I wasn't just tripping. Aaron got his car back running. So yeah, good comparison. 455, lightweight, disappointing, but I'm not surprised because the car felt slower than it should. And when me and Aaron raced, we were like, I was only pulling on him by like a car, so I was like, this car should be faster is what I was thinking, and that literally confirmed it for me. All right, so right now it's making 457, and he's thinking that there's possibly a restriction at the intake or the exhaust, right?
I do. If you look at the graph here, you see right around 5,000 RPMs, the flatlining, and with this cam it should pull all the way to 65. So hoping that getting rid of that restriction, you get another maybe 20 or 30.
Yeah, we'll swap this right now. All right, we just got this sitting in there like this now. So we'll see what happens. Figure out if this is our restriction point or if it's the actual exhaust. 471 now.
Hey, we know what we're doing now.
Yeah, 471 now. That was like an extra 15 already.
Damn. Torque shot up too.
Yeah, torque went up.
Yeah,
Damn, intake restriction.
for sure.
Motor needs to breathe. But yeah, this thing needs bigger exhaust. Clearly, we made more power with the bigger intake, so I kind of need to do some support and breather mods on this thing. He said he guarantees that that my problem right now is the exhaust. He said that usually he runs a dual 3-inch exhaust with this setup, but I got a single 3-inch exhaust, and it's going down from a 2.5 to the 2.5 wide pipe to a single 3-inch. So I'm gonna probably redo this to either a dual 3-inch, or I'm gonna have a 3-inch to 3.5-inch single made. But definitely got to make some changes. I know we still got a good amount of power left on the table just by doing the breather mods. All right, so it's looking like this is gonna be it right now. 471 with 455 torque, and then I'm about to take this intake back off. We're gonna throw it back on Aaron's carb. So I'm gonna redo this setup to be a bit more efficient. We're gonna go bigger on everything, and we're gonna see how that works. So, you know, a little bit more work, but it's good that we actually got to see this and get a good comparison. But definitely need a bigger intake. You guys can see this ain't even the base spool, but you can see right here 457 was after he made the adjustments, and then with just swapping the intake, freaking 471. So once we get the exhaust on here, we should be able to pick up another 20 or so. This car should do 500. It should make 5. Jay actually lowered my idle too, so he gave it a lot more chomp. Shit chomp hella good now. Over here grubbing. It was idling like 1100 before. He lowered it to about 875, he said. So yeah, this thing chomping. Sounds pretty good. All right, so next they're gonna tune this LS notch right here. He's gonna get tuned real quick, and then after that, we're gonna be throwing Aaron back on the dyno now that he got the plugs and everything situated. His car definitely sounds a lot smoother with the new plugs and stuff. So we'll see what his car does. And then while we wait, I'm about to make some phone calls to see if I can set up an appointment to get this exhaust and the intake and everything made for this thing. All right, so right now, me and my boy,
Hello.
we're waiting for Whipple to tune this big monster truck right here. We got Gravedigger getting ready to get tuned.
Gravedigger.
It is Gravedigger.
It is.
Fucking Buckhorn, the Buckhorn LS3 truck. And then Aaron's going back on the dyno. At first he was a little on the discouraged side, but I was like, you know what? We're already here. Might as well finish it up.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see what his car, well, you guys will see on his channel what his car makes, but you guys seen damn, I didn't even show y'all the baseline numbers.
It's all right. You can tell him.
Nah, we're gonna make him go to your channel.
All right.
You support me, so I gotta support you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, go over and check that out. But interesting, everything makes sense now on why Aaron's car was so close to mine. Like, my car is just so choked up. And I have a video I'm gonna drop right here where I raced this C6 Z06. Alright, so we're about to get a fun run in with the silver Z06 behind me. See how the LS3 350Z does versus the LS7 Z06. I was thinking, I'm like, damn, if I make 500, there's no reason why I should be having this, I mean, closest ratio, closest ratio, fucking rectangle rectum. But I was having this close race with this C6, and I was like kind of mind blown by it. I'm like, damn, well, the clutch was slipping or whatever, but the car is definitely down on power, and everything makes sense now. Everything makes sense. So I'm literally on the internet right now. I just sourced out everything, all the parts to make the cold air intake. So the 4-inch intake will be made. You guys seen that we picked up like a good amount over this 3.5-inch take. So with the bigger motor, with the bigger cam, the ported heads and stuff, it needs to breathe. And like, now you guys get to follow with me on this journey to see, like, I see so many LS350Zs that are doing this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys are restricted too and don't even know it, because it's like, oh, you get another dyno, oh cool, I made 450, and don't even trip off of it. But remember when I first got this thing tuned, I showed you guys that the ISR kit actually goes from a 3-inch on the headers, it comes down to a 3-inch, and then it bottlenecks down to a 2.5-inch. And when I originally put my exhaust on, I was like, damn, it sucks that they bottleneck back down to a 2.5-inch, but it's because they're made up with all the factory Y pipes that are offered for a 350Z. That way, if you want to do an LS swap, you could just run any aftermarket 350Z exhaust and just bolt everything on. It makes it super convenient. But when you're going for max power, as you guys can see, it is a restriction point. So I can't run the single 3-inch exhaust that I have currently. If somebody was to have a Tomei and they decide to do an LS3 swap, it would be a restriction point for them also. So, you know, I feel like this is good information for anybody that's considering doing an LS3 swap with the ISR mount kit. You will need a bigger exhaust. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. You will have to do a bigger exhaust. So, you know, you guys are just following on this journey with me, and we'll see kind of like what works. But there's no reason this motor shouldn't make at least a bare minimum of 490 to 500 wheel. Like, it should do it. It's a fully built Texas Speed LS3, ported heads. It has a big Texas Speed cam. So realistically, this motor should make 500. And you know, it was kind of discouraging seeing it like in the field, like, oh, like super choked up. And then with just the intake swap, freaking went to 471, and you can see on the graph it still has that flat line up top, which indicates that there's a restriction. It should keep climbing. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But I know y'all don't want to hear me talking about exhaust and stuff. So if you guys want to finish seeing the rest of this video and seeing what my boy over there makes, make sure y'all go check him out. His link to his channel is gonna be down below. Go show my boy some love and support, man. Y'all know that's my nigga right there. Been rocking with me, and without him, bruh, it's like channel wouldn't flourish as well as it does. I know he just thinks he's just been like I'm just helping out, hanging out with my buddy, but you know, that shit means a lot, and he's like a huge part of this channel and the success. So make sure y'all go drop my bald head boy right here, this ugly dude right here. Go drop him a like, a sub, all that. Show my boy some love, some loving. I was pointing to your peanut head.
Oh yeah.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fuck the niggas hating on. I've been on the